And I just want to say thank you.
Anyway, let's look at one of these tech billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just Heil?
What? Civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Yeah!
The American reactionary movement is so funny because it's also incredibly lame. Like, fascist movements of the past hyper-focused on the aesthetics, right? They cared a lot about their visual output. They had this insane, intense interest in making it seem as though they were superior, and that moral degeneracy must be squashed, and that, everything down to the minutia was organized. And it's kind of funny to think that the American version of that is so lame. Not to say that German fascism was cool or whatever, but they obviously placed a lot of emphasis on the aesthetics of order. Okay, the visual output was important. The way that people delivered speeches, these were things that they cared about quite a bit. Whereas in the United States of America, we're just we have these obvious losers being we're gonna place a Dogecoin on Mars. Someone in the chat said the ADL is defending Elon's salute. Oh my god. Link now, please. These guys have been trying to get me banned off Twitch because of my criticisms of Israel. Oh my god. I didn't think they'd be so shameless, dude. I mean, I didn't think that this joke was going to be the truth. I said, it's okay, though. He's pro-Israel. Don't worry, guys. And then the ADL did the damn thing. They did do that. Oh, my God. This is a delicate moment. It's a new day. And yet so many are on edge. Our politics are inflamed, and social media only adds to the anxiety. It seems that Elon Musk made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm. Not a Nazi salute, but again, we appreciate that people are on edge. In this moment, all sides should give a bit of grace, perhaps even the benefit of the doubt, and take a breath. This is a new beginning. Let's hope for healing and work towards unity in the months and years ahead. Bro, Steven Crowder was that's crazy that he did the Nazi salute. You're outflanking Steven Crowder. Yeah, Noah's tweet was funny too. He said, Tablet Magazine 10 minutes from now. Yes, Elon did a Kyle. No, it's not Nazi. Here's why. Elon Musk draws outrage over odd-looking salute at Trump inauguration celebration. Indeed, many observers suggested that Musk was instead performing a Roman salute that soldiers in the ancient empire would use to greet their commanders as a show of respect and loyalty. The Roman salute, however, was later adopted in some forms by fascist states, including Nazi Germany, as some noted. What is going on in the entire Western world? What is going on in the entire Western world? What is going on in the media? I'll tell you what's going on. Nazi shit. Congratulations to POTUS. We must confront rising anti-Semitism on college and university campuses, push for the release of all hostages in Gaza, and work towards peace in the Middle East. Yeah. Elon Musk comes out with a swastika armband, and they're like, well, initially the swastika was used as a Hindu symbol of peace for many decades before it was adopted by the Nazis, before it was adopted by the fascists in Nazi Germany. What is happening, man? I can't believe the guy who, with regular frequency, highlights Nazi propaganda, hit the Nazi Heil on the biggest stage he's been on so far, and people are like, I wonder if he was truly being a Nazi. It is crazy that a dude that is known to highlight neo-Nazi sentiment on the platform that he purchased, where he unbanned every single neo-Nazi from all around the world, did a straight up Heil, not once, but twice, on this massive stage. And the New York Times is like, I don't know. This is a joke, right? If you post this title on the New York Times and then post this photo underneath it, it kind of makes the title seem stupid. Because the title makes it seem well, that could mean anything. We're not even 12 hours in. I like that he had this locked in the chamber, ready to rip. And he rips it And the New York Times is like, I guess what it could mean anything. On CNN, commentators pointed out Musk's gesture. Aaron Burnett, an anchor, noted how striking the action was. The motion soon drew comparisons online, known as the fascist salute. Did Elon Musk just hit the Roman salute at his inauguration speech? Hasan Piker, a popular streamer, asked on X. Mr. Musk, 53, did not respond to an email for comment. I like that they paired me with the Elon Musk non-reply. Almost makes it feel like I asked him that question. Like I asked him directly. This is like the okay hand gesture. No, it's not like the okay hand gesture. The entire point of the okay hand gesture is that it's supposed to be a dog whistle, a subtle nod, a hand gesture that is popular. So it's only contextually inappropriate in certain circumstances. There is no contextually appropriate situation where you're sig heiling. We kind of, as a society, had moved away from that. It is the exact opposite of the okay hand gesture. There's only one context. The okay hand gesture works in multiple settings, because it's called the okay hand gesture. It's in the name. As in, sometimes people throw it up to say, okay. There is not any circumstance where hitting the Sig Heil, the Roman salute, is anything but. The only time it's appropriate in context is when you're, a Nazi and you want to show others that you are a Nazi. That's it. Okay, that's kind of crazy. You got Kenneth Vogel, New York Times Kenneth Vogel. The ADL, which recently hired Ballard Firm, the lobbying shop headed by one of Trump's top fundraisers, Brian Ballard, to develop practices and policies to counter the rise of anti-Semitism in the U.S., appears to be willing to give Trump's team the benefit of the doubt. That's kind of cool that the New York Times is also doing this kind of reporting on the ADL. This is not the treatment that you give an institution that operates inside of American boundaries at the behest of the Israeli government. 100%, by the way. I think the ADL also gets grants from the Knesset, if I'm not mistaken. The ADL might not. But it means that they're willing to actually, in an effort to, I guess, maybe be anti-Trump, they're willing to attack a institution that normally works alongside the State Department. Interesting. Under normal circumstances, I can't see the New York Times actually butting heads or even doing this kind of reporting against the ADL. Usually they're the ones who actually take ADL research, no matter how silly that research might look like, no matter how bad its methodology is, and use it as a factually accurate in their reporting to beef up the fact that anti-Semitism is on the rise. This does not, of course, mean that anti-Semitism isn't on the rise. It is, but the ADL's reporting on the matter conflates actual anti-Semitic hate crimes with anti-Israel sentiment being expressed. That is the reason why the ADL's reporting shows that there is like a 7,000% increase in anti-Semitic hate crimes in the United States of America, because they openly changed their methodology to add any kind of anti-Israel sentiment as an anti-Semitic hate crime onto their surveys. The previous president of ADL, Abraham Foxman, director emeritus of ADL, has, for the second time now, criticized the current leadership of the ADL. Abraham Foxman says, Elon Musk may be the world's richest man, but that does not excuse his thanking the Trump supporters with a Heil Hitler Nazi salute. In addition to supporting Germany's neo-Nazi party in the next elections, it is a very disconcerting image. This is the second time Abraham Foxman has butt heads with the current leadership of the ADL, Jonathan Greenblatt. The last time was also over Elon Musk, as a matter of fact, pointing that out. He said this last time, Jonathan Greenblatt did PR for Elon Musk as well. He was like, what are you doing? What an insane thing to do from your position of authority as someone who's supposed to be the leading figure of combating anti-Semitism.